Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
My name is Thanida Wongdi and
Jab อัธลง ลงเลิศ
yes, today we will talk about
Let's model English.
let's start.
Let's go. Come on.
Okay, first of all, I will talk about the colonialism and the British Empire. Let's go. British colonialism had begun as early as the 16th century, but gathered speed and momentum between the 18th and 20th century. At the end of the 16th century, mother tongue English speakers numbered just 5 to 7 million, at most of all of them in the British Isles. Over the next 350 years, this increased almost all of them in the British Isles. Over the next 350 years, this increased almost 50 to 80% of them living outside of Britain. At the height of the British Empire, British ruled almost one quarter of the Earth's surface, from Canada to Australia, to India, to Caribbean, to Egypt, to South Africa, and to Singapore. Although the English language had barely penetrated into Wales, Ireland, and the Scottish Highlands by the time of Shakespeare, just 200 years later, in 1780, John Adams was confident enough to be about crime that English was destined to be in the next and succeeding centuries more generally the language of the world than Latin was in the rest of French is in the present age. In AD 52, the German linguist Jacob Grimm called English the language of the world and predicted it was destined or rent in future with still more extensive array over all parts of the globe.
The Industrial and Scientific Revolution. Most of the innovation of the Industrial Revolution, including the handmade of steam to drive heavy machinery, the development of new materials, techniques, and equipment in a rank of manufacturing industries, and the emergence of new means of transportation. Another English-speaking country, the USA, continued the English language dominance of new technology and innovation with invention like electricity, the telegraph, the telephone, the phonograph, the sewing machine, and the computer, etc.
The industrial and scientific advance of the Industrial Revolution created a need for neologisms to describe the new creations and discoveries. To a large extent, this relies on the classical language, Latin and Greek, in which scholars and scientists of the period were usually well versed, although words like oxygen, protein, and vaccine did not exist in the classical languages. They could be and were created from Latin and Greek roots: rays, reflection, electron, chromosome, and claustrophobia are just a few of the other science-based words that were created during this period of scientific innovation, along with a whole host of ologies and onomics like biology, morphology, histology, etc. Many more new words were coined for new products, machines, and processes that were developed at this time, e.g., train, pulley, conversion, piston, electricity, telephone, telegraph, and camera. In some cases, all words were given entirely new meanings and connotation, e.g., vacuum, cylinder, apparatus, pump, siphon, and locomotive. And new words created by amalgamating and fusing exciting English words into a descriptive combination were particularly popular, e.g., railway, horsepower, typewriter, cityscape, and airplane.
Next, I will talk about grammar and dictionary. Okay, relative pronouns in modern English. There is an exclusive use of which and who, whereby the letter refers to animate things and the letter animate begins. Up to early modern English, however, which could be used for persons as well, and dialectally this is still found in English today. The nurse which gave him to injunction, similarly that is generally employed with the flying relative closest today, as in the car that was stolen turned up again. However, earlier that was common in non-defining relative closest as well. The girl that or who, having failed her exam, left college for good.
Okay, for in modern English, there is a precarious balance between contract and full forms, which is maintained by the force of the standard, particularly in the orthography. Hence, one has forms like won't, can't, and don't. But also the full forms will not, cannot, do not use above all the writing. Indeed, in colloquial register, there can be even greater reduction as with I don't know. For I do not know, the lessening influence of the standard has meant. However, such forms have not the longer forms in the orthography.
A proposal for an Academy of English Language was first brought by Jonathan Swift in 1712, but the Parliament voted against it. More scientifically, my attitude took hold by the 19th century when Oxford English Dictionary was proposed in 1859. Samuel Johnson's dictionary, published in 1755 in England, was influential in establishing a standard form of spelling. For the inclusion, the principal distinction between early and late modern English is vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, and spelling are largely the same, but late modern English had many more words. Yes.
Like you can see the war weapon that happened in the World War at the time, such as the gun. Katakan. Nuclear.
Finally, we talk about the present days. Let's go.
The language continues to change, to develop, and to grow apace, expanding to incorporate new jargons, slangs, technologies, toys, foods, and gadgets. Neologisms are being added all the time, including recent inclusions such as fashionista, metrosexual, nerd, pear-shaped, thirstiness, park hour, sexting, etc. And in recent years, There has been an increasing trend towards using and exiting words as a different part of speech, especially the verbification of nouns, e.g., the word verbify is itself a prime example. Others include to thumb, to parrot, to email, to text, to Google, to meddle, to critical, to leverage, to sequence, to interface, to taste, to specify, to incentivize, etc. Although some modern sounding verbs have surprisingly been in the language of centuries, e.g. to author, to impact, to message, to parent, to channel, to monetize, to mentor. Nounification also occurs particularly in business contexts, e.g. an ask, and build and solve and a fail, etc.
The meanings of words also continue to change, part of process that has been going on almost as long as the language itself. For instance, through the disgust of many, ultimate is now almost universally accepted in North America as replacement for ultimative. Momentarily has come to mean very soon, and not or as well as for a very short period of time. And the use of metaphor literally to mean its exact opposite has recently found its way into Oxford English Dictionary, where one of its meaning is shown as used for emphasis rather than being actually true. In some walks of life, bad, sick, dope, and vegan are all now different variety of good. In our fairly disposable internet informed digital age, there are even word trends that appear to be custom designed to be short-lived and ephemeral words and flash that are considered no longer once they reach anything close to mainstream use.
Okay, thank you for watching our clip, and I hope our clip is will be good and everyone understand that we have presented.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye.